Good evening. My name is Justin O'Donoghue, as Secretary of the Foundation for Abington School District. I am opening this meeting because our president, Shamika Brown, by virtue of no longer being school board president, is no longer a member of the board. Therefore, in the absence of the presidency, I will be filling that role. Welcome to the January 21st, 2025 meeting of the Foundation for Abington School District. I note the attendance of all board members except Mr. Jones, who is excused. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America
and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
The Foundation for Abington School District has convened this evening's meeting at the Administration Building, and the public is welcome. The meeting is also being broadcast live on Abington School District's YouTube channel. This meeting is being recorded and will be accessible on the district's website and cable channel no longer than Friday, January 24, 2025, to allow those members of the public who cannot participate to view the proceedings at a later time. Comments from citizens will be conducted in person and by phone. Information regarding participating remotely in public comment will be displayed on the screen at the time for public comment. The board thanks the public in advance for its cooperation, and now is the time for public comment. Again, public comment is being received both in person and by phone. The phone number to participate is 267-715-3717 and is being displayed on the screen at this time. You'll be able to join the meeting by calling in on your mobile or landline phone. There is nobody present no members of the community are present this evening in person. Therefore, I'd ask just to let us know when sufficient time has passed and if anyone joins.
There are no callers on the line.
Okay, we will close public comment. As I stated earlier, in accordance with the bylaws, this board recognizes that Ms. Shamika Brown is no longer a Foundation for Abington School District Director and is not present by virtue of no longer being the Abington School Board President. It is recognized that Mr. Yassin Muhammad is a new director on the FASD board by virtue of Mr. Muhammad being elected the Vice President of the Abington School Board, so we welcome him. And in the absence of a president, the first matter of business this evening will be the election of a president for a one-year term commencing this evening. Can I have a recommendation from a board member as to who to serve in that role?
Yes, I'd recommend Dr. Mowry.
Second.
Okay. Any other nominations? Okay. Any comments from board members? Hearing none, this is a voice vote. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say nay. The ayes have it. Dr. Mowry, I cede the floor to you.
Thank you, Mr. O'Donoghue, for opening the meeting and conducting the election. Our next order of business is approval of minutes from the June 18, 2024 meeting. Can I have a recommendation for approval of the June 18, 2024 meeting minutes?
So moved. Seconded.
We have a second. Are there any comments from board members? Excuse me, this is a voice vote. All those in favor say aye. All those opposed say nay.
Aye.
Aye. The ayes have it. The motion passes. Can I have a recommendation to approve the treasurer's report?
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Lionetti, if you would, please review the treasurer's report for us.
Thank you, Dr. Mowry. We opened up the January 1, 2024 account with 89 cents. We are closing that amount on December 31st, 2024, as we've had no activity other than that balance retained in our bank account.
Thank you. Any comments from board members? All right, this too is a voice vote. All those in favor of approving the treasurer's report, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. The motion passes. Can I have a recommendation to authorize Fitzpatrick and Zerwanka to prepare and file the required annual IRS 990 filings on behalf of the foundation?
So moved.
Second.
Any comments from board members?
How much
Morris.
does this cost the foundation?
It's under $1,000 a year, which is about 1/5 of what other proposals were when we gathered proposals a few years ago.
And it's only for 89 cents, so there's a lot of forms?
Correct? Substantial,
Okay, for 89 cents, huh?
yes. Well, it doesn't matter if we had zero, it would be the same thing.
Same thing, okay.
Is the difference between the 89 cents and the amount we pay for the tax filing paid for by the district?
The district pays that bill in full. The foundation does not pay that bill.
Okay,
That's the district's contribution to this foundation.
okay. Thank you for that clarification.
You're welcome.
Any other questions? Okay, this is a voice vote. All those in favor of authorizing Fitzpatrick and Zerwanka, say aye. Aye. The motion passes. Dr. Fetcher, can you please make a recommendation for scheduling the required annual meeting?
Yes, Dr. Mowry, it is recommended that the annual meeting of the FASD Board be scheduled for Tuesday, January 20th, 2026 at 6 p.m. And I would like to make a recommendation that that meeting be in a virtual format.
Okay. Comments from board members?
Second?
Oh, I'm sorry. Now are there comments from board members? Okay. This too is a voice vote. All those in favor of recommending the meeting dates and the shift to virtual format, say aye.
Aye.
The ayes have it, the motion passes. We'll now move on to our second opportunity for public comment. Again, comments from citizens are being conducted both in person and by phone. The phone number to participate in public comments is 267-715-3717 and is being displayed on the screen at this time. You'll be able to join the meeting by calling in on your mobile or landline phone. There is no one present in the room at this time. So Mr. Green, if you could let us know when an appropriate amount of time has passed or if someone gets on the line.
There are no callers on the line.
Thank you, Mr. Green. With that, the annual meeting for the Foundation for Abington School District is adjourned. Thank you, everyone, for your time.
Comments from board members?
Oh, comments from board members? That was not on my schedule, but I'd be happy to take them.
Couple meetings ago, we talked about how long this committee would be in operation. And obviously, it's costing the district money. Is there an advantage for having it in operation? Or is there not? Or is there a plan to dissolve the committee?
Mr. O'Donoghue and I had that discussion today, as well as Dr. Fetcher, and we're looking at options to either put this organization on hold and not have the commitments for meetings, and also discussion as to why we might want to keep it open for future use.
Could you share that with the committee?
There is no planned future use.
I'm sorry, what?
There is no planned future use. We're leaving it open for the potential for future accommodation for the school district to be able to accept charitable donations. Absent this arm, the district would not be able to accept charitable distributions unless we set up another one at the time when the time came, and that costs a great deal of resources as well. Justin, do you have anything to add to that?
My recollection was that when the district consulted with the council that it had retained, I'm sorry, when the foundation consulted council that it had retained for the purpose of ensuring that it had compliance with IRS requirements, the cost of dissolution was significant, more so than the annual cost to continue. And that was the driving force. So we are exploring whether there are other options. One of them, going virtual, would decrease the burden on the board members in the absence of a subsequent significant donation for the benefit of the district.
Yeah, and
One
Mr.
meeting for
Zerwanka,
half an hour probably isn't a big burden, but
and Mr. Zerwanka hasn't invoiced us since we've not been receiving significant funds from our donor. So
is there an approach that would say the organization could go inactive and then be brought out of?
My understanding with that is we would have to, one, change our bylaws, and then two, I believe you'd still have to file
yes,
the tax
Is
information
that right?
on an annual basis.
Okay.
Yes, I believe the bylaws do require the meeting, and they have some other requirements that we would have to comply with, but we could change those.
You still have to.
In order to maintain the tax exempt status with the IRS, you still have to complete annual filings.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Any other questions?
Thank you for the question.
Mr. O'Donoghue, would it be possible for members of the board to see the cost of maintaining the foundation versus the cost
Sure.
of
that-
dissolving it?
Absolutely.
That might be helpful
I
as
agree.
we move forward.
It's been, and I think it's been at least a year or so since I think you got those costs from
Cheshire.
Cheshire.
oh, yeah.
Then you would also need something to bring it back again. So you'd need three costs, right?
Correct.
Right, that makes sense. Okay, just good to have the information at our fingertips, I think.
Absolutely.
All right, anything else? Okay. With that, this meeting is adjourned. Thank you all for your time.